Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing our fourth Create a Sim for a series of unfortunate events. At the beginning of this video, we're going to start by making the Quagmire family and starting with Isadora Quagmire. So Isadora is one of 3 triplets, and she, along with the rest of her siblings, are smart, creative, and have a strong sense of justice. I think for Isadora, we'll just do this long hair like this. She just has very plain straight hair. And then she and her siblings are always in their proof rock prep outfits. Now, in the show, obviously the triplets are all the same age. However, Isadora kind of has some romantic moments with Klaus, and the boys have some romantic moments with Violet. And in here, I made Klaus a child and Violet a teenager. So even though they're all triplets and it might look kind of weird, the alternative for me is I'm going to make Duncan and Isadora children and Quigley Quagmire as a teenager. I also think even though they're all siblings, the circumstances they go through, it actually kind of makes sense that Quigley may look a little bit older. And our options for kids are so limited. Like, this is okay. Honestly, I think that may be our best option for Isadora. And then we can go through and just give her some red boots and some socks. And so because these characters are all only ever in one outfit, we will just copy all that over. And this will be our final Isadora Quagmire sim. So now we'll go in and make one of the other triplets, Duncan Quagmire. Duncan and Isadora are very similar, both very smart, very justice-minded, and they become really good friends to the Baudelaires, and then we find out that their family is actually also connected to VFD, and he has hair that kind of swoops in front of your face, like maybe a little bit like this. Yeah, I don't hate that for him. And he's also in the proof rock outfit. Okay, but here for boys, we do have something that works a little bit better. And then I think we'll just try to give him black pants. And then shoes for him, I think we just do like tennis shoes. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we go loafers here. All right, there we go. So that will be our final Duncan Quagmire sim. So next we'll go in and make Quigley. Again, they're normally the same age, but I wanted Quigley to be old enough to maybe like have some romantic interactions with Violet. And with Quigley, spoiler alert, the lore is the other two think he died in a fire. Also, this hair is absolutely perfect for him. They think along with their parents, he died in a fire. And then we as the audience come to find out that he didn't. But because he's kind of been through that, I think him looking a little older maybe makes sense. So he's not in the proof rock outfit. He's actually in more of like an aviator jacket. Like, this isn't terrible. Oh, but this is definitely better. Okay, but this is best. He'll wear this. This is almost exactly what I'm looking for. I think we'll also give him just like some black pants, although they don't really match. So maybe we'll give him dark blue jeans just so it doesn't look like we're trying to match the blacks. And then we can throw him in some sneakers. Maybe like these ones that kind of match the jacket actually. All right, and then this will be our sim for Quigley Quagmire. I really, really like how this one turned out. All right, so then we'll make their mom, and we don't know a ton about Mrs. Quagmire other than she was perceived to have died in the fire with the dad and with Quigley. We do also know that the Quagmire parents knew the Baudelaire parents and were involved in VFD. And she has like a low, like messy bun. Like honestly, something like this is pretty good. And then I don't want to go crazy on the makeup because she and the Quagmire dad are searching for the kids kind of all over the place. Like, I don't think she has room for a lot of makeup. I may just add like a little bit of soft eyeshadow and give her like some color to her lips. And then for clothes, she's wearing this like purple pinkish top. Like, this isn't terrible, but it's a little like flowy. Ooh, this is a lot better. All right, and then I think we put her in maybe like some wide-legged like khaki pants. Oh my gosh, these were the first ones I clicked, and I feel like these are literally perfect for her. Okay, yeah, and then I feel like I see her in boots, like maybe these ones. And so then this will be our final sim for Mrs. Quagmire. And then lastly, we have Mr. Quagmire. Again, a character we know very little about other than being the Quagmire's dad and like his wife associated with the good side of VFD. Also, our like dad hairs in The Sims 4 are so limited. I actually kind of like this one. In the show, he's portrayed by Will Arnett, and I feel like this is a very like Will Arnett looking hairstyle. And then he has a little bit of facial hair, not much. Like, I kind of like something like this. And then he's wearing kind of a similar shirt to his wife, except his is like tan. Ooh, this is not bad. Although this is better. No, let's go with this final option from Island Living. I don't know what's going on down here, but hopefully we can cover it with pants. Okay, yeah, we definitely can. And I think too with him, we'll just go with jeans, but maybe these ones. And then we'll get socks and shoes on him. Again, I'm going to go boots if I can. All right, and I think he looks really good here. And they get a little bit more rugged as the series goes on, but I think that we can do that to them in the Let's Play. So then we'll have completed the Quagmire family. So next we have Jerome and Esme Squalor, who are there during the ersatz elevator, and then Esme's kind of a recurring character after that, but we don't really see much of Jerome going forward. And they're married, but they don't seem to have a very like settled and stable relationship. Jerome is very like meek and anxious and afraid of lots of things, very naive, and he's somewhat balding. This is the hair I was looking for him. And then he does have a little bit of a mustache. And Jerome is another one of those adults who really wants to help the Baudelaires, but ultimately like gets too scared and thinks that he can't really help them. And this is for sure the mustache we're going for Jerome, or maybe this one. No, the other one. And then he's wearing the same pinstripe suit that Violet is when they're there. So I know we have one with life and death. Yep, this is the suit I'm looking for. And then we'll just put him in some nice black shoes. And for Jerome, I think we can put a wedding ring on. Perfect. And that will be our final Jerome Squalor sim. And then we move on to everybody's favorite, Esme. And we're going to give her some big eyelashes. Like, I think maybe these. And Esme is a villain. She knows Count Olaf. She kind of has a crush on him. She's very involved in the evil side of VFD, it turns out. And like, for all intents and purposes, we should hate her, but she's just so good. Like, I kind of like this hair for her. And then for makeup, she's wearing definitely a smoky eye here. Like, I sort of like this eyeshadow. And then let's give her kind of a big liner. Maybe just like this. Some light blush. And then she has a really pretty like pink lip color. Like, I feel like this is good for Esme's first look. And then she's also wearing a pinstripe suit, but hers is white. Ugh, but it only comes in black. Maybe we just put her in this white suit then and ignore the pinstripes. And then she's always going to be wearing heels. Maybe just these in a white so they have like the flower in the back. That's kind of fun. Accessories, we need to put on her wedding ring, even though she doesn't like really honor her marriage. And then I think we also give her like some long like red nails. All right, and then here's our first outfit for Esme. And Esme actually has a few iconic looks. And I think the first one we're going to do is her outfit as the carnival ringmaster. And I don't know if we're going to be able to find hair that looks like this, but we can sure try. Like, we could maybe just do big pigtails. Okay, actually, I feel like these might be the closest we can get. And then for makeup, she has more like reddish orange lipstick on. Like maybe something like that. Always a big liner. And then like orangish eyeshadow. I don't even hate something kind of funky like that. And then she's wearing this dress that says I Heart Freaks, which obviously we don't have. But if we do just have like a wild circus looking dress, I think that's going to be what we go for. You know, I actually almost don't hate this. And we'll throw on some heels. Okay, and this will be our Esme at the circus. We don't have a top hat, but I might give her this hat just to like add to the ridiculousness of it. Yeah, there we go. Make it a little bit more camp. And then I want to do her fire outfit, and this outfit is absolutely iconic. The hair is in braids. Like, these are totally fine. And then she's wearing like a muff type hat. I don't know if we have one of those. Like, we have the Christmas one. That's not exactly what we're going for. Okay, wait, we have one, and let's get it in like an orange. Yes, this is perfect. All right, so then we can move into her makeup and do, again, a big eyeliner and another like black eyeshadow. And then her lips are like a bright orangey red. Like, honestly, kind of like this. And then she is wearing a weird like red like latex one-piece suit. Like this, but if it was a pantsuit. Oh my gosh, they have it. It's sparkly, which isn't like perfect, but it's pretty dang close. Like, I'm so sorry, you can't look at that and say it's not a serve. And then she's wearing these like big muffed up shoes. Again, like, I'll see what we can do here. Okay, we don't have them, so I might give her like an orange boot and then see if we have, yep, here we go. In socks, we have some leg warmers that look like the muff. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Okay, I might also give her gloves if we can, because in the show, her suit goes all the way down and covers her hands. I think we might just do this. I think this looks nice. All right, cool. And then that will be our fire outfit for Esme. And then Esme actually probably wears more different outfits than anybody in the series, but she changes them like often. So I'm not going to do everyone. The only other one I want to do is her policewoman outfit that she wears at the Village of Foul Devotees. So in this, she has a single braid. Like, this looks great. Or maybe this one's a little bit better, actually. And she's wearing a helmet. I don't know if we have a helmet. helmet. This is a riding helmet, but I feel like it could be a police helmet. The only thing with this is now we need a braid that's going to stick out of her hat. Okay, and it actually looks like there's not like one hair that works with this helmet. I feel like we're gonna have to take the L then though, because the helmet is like necessary. So then we've got some blue eyeshadow, like this probably. It's pretty dramatic. And then some like really pink lipstick, like this. Like it's pretty gaudy. And then she's wearing like a police outfit. It's like a yassified one, but I know for a fact that we don't have that. Like, I guess we can do this, but it's so ugly. We could maybe try to make our own. Like, we could do a blue top like this and hopefully find similarly colored bottoms. Like, hang on, we could do these pants and then get her red boots. And they are tall red boots, like kind of like this. So yeah, let's do these. And then she is wearing gloves, like little fingerless ones. These biker ones are like exactly what I'm talking about. And then I think to just tie in like the cop aspect of it all, we can give her her aviator sunglasses that she's wearing. Yeah, like these. And so then that can be our policewoman outfit for Esme. This one's a little janky, but that's okay. So then with Esme and Jerome done, we can move on to Hector from the Village of Foul Devotees. And I love Hector. He is such a nice dude. He is another person who really wants to help the Baudelaires, but doesn't really know how. And also oftentimes gets kind of tripped up in being scared about doing things that might be like rule breaking or anything like that. And Hector is a farmer and rancher in the Village of Foul Devotees. I may even just want to give him some like simple hair like this. He is shown to usually be wearing a big hat, sort of similar to this. Okay, wait, let's actually go with this one. And he seems to have like the tiniest bit of facial hair, like maybe even just this dark like 5 o'clock shadow here. And then he's wearing a bandana around his neck, but not like a huge one like this. I mean, we can do this if it's all we've got, but... And then he's wearing like overalls. My hope is that we have some with like cottage living. Ooh, actually, these with eco lifestyle are like perfect. Yeah, this is great for Hector. And then let's put some boots on him. I kind of want to give him like cowboy boots. Yeah. All right. And then this will be our Hector sim. I love this character. All right. And so next we have Jacques Snicket. He is another great character. He is on the good side of VFD, very smart, Lemonnie's brother actually, and is actually somebody who is helpful in getting the Baudelaires some help. There is a little bit more to be learned about Jacques, but I feel like I don't want to put too many spoilers in here. This hair is okay. He does have kind of like tall, organized, like structured hair. Like this is probably perfect for Jacques actually. And then he does have a mustache. This is probably too much. Maybe this one, but without the beard, just the mustache. Ooh, this is good. He's played by Nathan Fillion, if that gives anybody like a sense of what he looks like. And then a lot of times we see him in just a black shirt. Like I kind of like this one. Oh, this is better though. Okay, yeah, let's do this one and then also put him in black pants. Hopefully we have like a matching black. You know though, the more I think about it, his pants could be like khaki, like these. And then we'll get some shoes on him. Like these boots are nice. And then this can be our Jacques Snicket sim. And then our last sim for this video is going to be Hal. And Hal is so cute. He's bald, so we don't even have to get hair there. But Hal works at the hospital that the Baudelaires end up at. Not because they're injured, but they just end up there. And Hal is so friendly. He is a big rule follower, which sometimes like the Baudelaires can't really be to do what they need to do. And he doesn't have great eyesight. That's like a big thing in the book. So we need to get his glasses. But even though the Baudelaires have to play on his failing eyesight sometimes, like they do really like and respect Hal and his work with the Library of Records. I kind of like these new glasses that came with the Elders pack. Yeah, I feel like that totally makes sense for him. And then he's wearing like a plaid suit. Okay, wait, and we could put him in like an elder's suit because he is supposed to be pretty old according to the books. I feel like that's actually kind of cute. And then we can just put like a comfortable shoe on him. I don't want him to not have an easy time. Like maybe he's just here in his slippers. And that will be our final sim for Hal. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like and a comment and subscribe for more videos like these and to see the next and final part of our A Series of Unfortunate Events Create a Sim. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.